Hello, and welcome into the August 27th edition of The Company. Welcome in, welcome in. It's the weekend is over. We have more topics for you today. Right now in the panel, we have Sosa, of course, got Izzo, of course, got Rich, of course, and me, Brian, of course. I never say my own name. I understand that.
That's fine. We know who you are.
I'm Brian.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm Brian.
Do you typically talk to yourself?
Occasionally.
That was a great song by Christopher Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
As long as you ain't answering your own questions, you're good to go.
I don't do that. Sometimes.
All right. Well, nah, don't say that.
Yeah. So weekend's over. Everybody have a productive weekend. Everything went okay?
I would say man. So. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hey, I'm telling you, I randomly ended up at an MMA fight this weekend.
What? Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
Waiting on you and got drunk in the process. Wait. Go ahead.
Not in the fight.
Put me in, coach.
It was a random thing. We were at the Latin Festival, which was amazing, by the way. And chill out. What did I say?
Just making sure, just
think I was gonna say something racist?
No. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
They're all speaking.
He said no, but yeah.
No, I wasn't. But anyway, like I said, it was amazing. But then I got a phone call. I was like, hey, you want to go to an MMA fight? And how can you turn down ringside tickets to an MMA fight?
Just say no.
Why?
I mean, you said, how can you turn it down, or how can you?
It was a hypothetical.
Rich is the buzz.
Rich. So anyway, yeah. So that happened. It was amazing. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever been to one, but you can feel like through the vibrations when somebody gets kicked in the face.
Fun.
Yeah,
and that is a horrible feeling.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happened this weekend.
I don't recommend it.
Nah.
So what was going on with you guys?
Not much.
Comic-Con.
You went to Comic-Con?
I went to Comic-Con Sunday. I know you went Saturday.
Oh, I was about to say, how did you go? Got it.
How was it Sunday?
Sundays for stuff like that, Sundays is the slow day.
Right.
And I had never been to a Comic-Con, and it had been a long time since I've been to anything like that, like baseball car show, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Walking in, I was with my stepdaughter, so walking in my son. Walking in, I'm like, oh, this is innocent, kids running around, but there's some weird motherfuckers walking around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in the chat, when I said San Diego Comic-Con is a bucket list, I still mean it. But Jonathan was like, man, there's too many weirdos.
Hey, don't put me in.
He's right.
I did say that. No, I said for me, since I'm not into it, I'd be weirded out. So I'll pass.
Oh, well, I mean, but they probably wouldn't touch anything that you might watch. But
like, I don't even dress up for Halloween. So,
well, I didn't dress up for Comic-Con.
No, I'm not gonna dress up for Comic-Con.
No. Not unless you like in that professional grade category, then maybe. But
no, if you're gonna wear the real shit, okay. I got ski masks, but that's about it.
I do have a
mask over my
I have a Comic-Con related beef.
Okay.
So you know how when you go to Comic-Con, you're expected to be around everybody on some kind of the same accord. We're all here for the same reason. We like comics, we like superheroes or something.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know how people do this, but they always bring race into something.
Huh?
Oh.
I was there as a Comic-Con fan.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a small thing to everybody. It's a small thing to people who don't understand. But it gets aggravating every time you have to be put in a class because you're not the same race as somebody else. I'm standing in line waiting to get an autograph from the guy who animates, who draws Luke Cage, not Luke Cage, but the guy who draws him.
Okay.
And I had a Deadpool shirt on.
Sanford Green?
I think so.
Yeah, I got you.
But I had a Deadpool shirt on. And this white guy's in front of me. And he turns around and looks at me and says, "Are you the black Deadpool?"
The fuck is that guy
Like,
doing?
that has nothing to do with why we're here today.
Are you the black Deadpool?
Yeah. It's aggravating. I know I'm black. Everybody can see that I'm black. You don't have to constantly bring up the fact that I'm out of place.
It's like I am fully
But
aware.
you're not out of place.
Yeah.
That's the way they make it seem.
But we got to change the mentality. We're not out of place. I see what you just said.
Exactly. Yeah. Because to us, if we go in there, we're not out of place. But dude, I don't know. Maybe you just got a nice expression on your face because
I don't know what it was. It's just like you found a reason to turn around and point out the fact that I was a black guy at Comic-Con. You know, not just a fan, not just a comic book fan. I could have been an artist. You know, you don't know why I'm there. But for you, it's just like I'm just somebody who really shouldn't have been there. You know, superheroes are fantasy. It doesn't matter what color they are. They are not real people.
Well, that's what we think. They got mad about a black stormtrooper. So
yeah,
I mean, they got mad about Black Bond. So there you go.
We get mad about the same thing. So we can't really go with that argument. But at the same time, we do belong there. I don't give a fuck what race, creed, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Except for Izzo and John and Brian. I mean, me and Richard are real into Star Wars.
Right.
We couldn't have grown up any more different.
Correct.
Our whole social background's different, cultural background's different, economic background's different. What the fuck does it matter?
Yeah.
So
it doesn't. It does not matter because we're all there for the same reason. I got the same collections in my closet that other people got in their closet. So, I mean, I don't know why it would matter if I'm a black guy collecting it or a white guy collecting it. It kind of triggered me, but I realized where I was and I realized who I was with. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to play along. And I was like, no, I mean, you never really know because Deadpool wears a mask.
Oh, that was
you should have said no. You're the American Deadpool. How about that?
That was a good answer, though, Brian.
Yeah,
I give you that. That was a good answer.
That just frustrated me to no end. And it's any part of life you go in, if you're someplace where somebody doesn't think that they would normally see you, they automatically want to point out the fact that you're the black guy there. I've noticed that.
That's why I don't understand why y'all go to Tin Roof all the fucking time.
Because we're looking for the fight.
When's it gonna pop off?
Yeah.
We ain't even gonna talk about it.
We're looking for the example.
So why did you suggest we went there the other day?
I was looking for the example.
Wow. That was funny.
Well,
and this didn't happen.
It was just uber Lily. I'll pass.
Yeah, but
anyway. Comic-Con was okay.
Yeah, but other than that little moment, man, Comic-Con was good. It was dope.
It's still small, but
it's growing. It's growing.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luke. Yeah, I saw Luke Cage there Saturday.
I mean, he from South Carolina. Shit, he from right down the street. He from
Sergeant Slaughter was there.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Slaughter was there.
A wrestler?
Dude. Some people that y'all wouldn't have recognized. Gotch was there. You don't know who Gotch was, I don't believe.
Nope.
He's a newer wrestler.
Vaudeville.
Teddy Long was there.
Teddy Long.
Yeah. So, you knew who Ron Simmons is.
That's a black guy, right?
Yeah, the dude from the Acolytes saying damn all the time.
Yeah.
Ron Simmons was there. I wanted to just walk by and be like, damn.
I know who that is. That's funny.
That would have. I forgot to do it. I should have did that. But anyway, that happened.
Yep. As soon as you said it, I reckon I see him in my head. Yep, that's him. That's funny.
But yeah, Comic-Con happened. It was dope. That little incident kind of made me it took me off balance because I get tired of that. You know, I know who I am. I know I'm a black man. I don't want to be reminded all the time. You know,
I didn't know Ron Simmons went to Florida State. He played defensive tackle. Well, I get that piece.
You know, every black man with an afro and sideburns played
You
football.
should have
back in the
put your
70s.
big ass hand on his shoulder.
He played in the USFL.
You talking about the dude that said, "Are you the black Deadpool?"
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I actually wanted to slap him, like a loud slap, because it echoed where we were, and it just went like pop, 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 pop.
Dog, he's in the College Football Hall of Fame. I didn't know he was that good in college.
Shit, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
But yeah,
Other than Comic-Con, we did have the concert of the century here. When was that concert? The 21st,
That
right?
was Tuesday. Yeah. Because tomorrow the 28th. Yep. Tuesday.
Yeah. So Beyonce made her appearance here.
So what are
In
how
Columbia,
many?
South Carolina. What's that?
Columbia, South
You
Carolina.
got to honestly ask yourself how many like apartment complexes in Columbia, South Carolina lost revenue because
How
they
many
didn't
who?
make payment.
Somebody gonna be on payment plan this month.
Right? It's like I'm gonna do one and a
man.
half. I'm gonna do 1.5 for the
They be like, yeah, the most we do is 3 installments, so figure it out.
And we got friends. We know our friends can afford what they can afford. Some of them was up under Beyonce, and you like, bruh,
And it's like, yo, like, come
you
on,
owe me
now.
$100.
They've been saving their whole life for this.
Shit. Talk about saving their whole life.
months to save up for this shit.
Yeah. Talk about saving the whole life. I saw people made the double appearance. Some people went to Atlanta and saw it
Yep.
Oh,
as
nah,
well.
That's fucking great.
As well. Not,
Oh man.
I saw that.
They spent
Yeah, I
that
know.
bread.
I know probably 4 or 5, if not 6 people that did that.
I ain't shitting on her, but I mean, I'll watch you. I'll watch your videos.
You know what? I noticed something. I was asking y'all about the featured artists. South Carolina got a concert. They got a Beyonce concert. Okay,
Right.
They didn't get the Beyonce concert.
Oh yeah, big cities will get that.
Yeah.
that
So she went to
extra-
other cities, and her featured artists were amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know how many people like CeeLo. I love CeeLo. I know just about
CeeLo's
everything
my
that he
dude,
does.
man.
And Ludacris and all these other people were featured with her. She didn't bring anybody but DJ Khaled, and he ain't a rapper.
Chloe and Halle are her artists.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically a glorified hype man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Columbia got the dumbed down version of.
No, that's the general one you get if you go to the not say smaller cities, but you could say smaller cities.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
But like
So
if you
Atlanta
went-
got the real deal.
Oh yeah, you know what? I mean, honestly, Atlanta, LA, and New York, maybe Chicago only going to get those type of ones,
Yeah.
to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
You know, maybe give us our props.
Who are we gonna put up there?
If anybody's next as far as big cities, it's going to be Charlotte.
Right.
What, Petey Pablo
I-
gonna come out?
Did you say Petey Pablo?
Nah, J. Cole. J. Cole.
Hey,
could come
hold
out.
up,
J.
y'all.
Cole
Y'all said it
could come
twice now. You can't say it 3 times. That motherfucker will come back and start putting out albums.
out. Nah, it would be J. Cole. It would be J. Cole. It'll probably be Rhapsody or somebody like that from North Carolina. Because Rhapsody was nominated for a Grammy last year, so
Mhm.
it'd probably be her or J. Cole. But other than that, what, Jodeci come out? They from Charlotte? I don't know. Well,
Nobody want to see Jodeci in concert no more.
No, they cracked out.
Yeah, it was
I
cool.
don't
in
even
the
think they
80s
don't crack
and
no
90s.
more. I think the crack just ate up the
Yeah.
voice from that.
It took them vocal cords right away.
Fantasia, maybe.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't know
yeah,
she was
got
from
the
Denver.
strip of the Panta stripped away.
Oh wow,
Fantasia has a concert coming here. She's coming. I think she's
One of those
headlining
people
her
that-
own stuff.
she's one of the people that be at like Florence Civic Center type people.
Ooh.
Damn, is it?
You ain't
No,
shit
No,
about
that's
that.
no. I think Babyface doing a concert there. I saw on somebody's IG. And you know,
Babyface, though. I
You
mean,
still alive?
I mean,
but Babyface ain't got to perform his songs.
See.
He can perform songs he just wrote, and it'll fuck you up. You be like, damn.
Yeah.
right.
That's what Teddy Riley do now. On his
oh, really?
do like his song, he'll do the songs with Guy or whatever, and then he'll do the little 30-40 minutes of him literally just go through snippets of songs he wrote and produced. It's like, that don't make no sense. His songs you don't
Yeah.
even know. Like he produced the
Like,
show.
his-
People forget that he produced
credits,
the
man.
show. Like I'm talking about Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Well,
His career spans
so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could do every type of genre when it comes, of course, like black type music, but he did every type of genre of black.
Can you do country?
I said black.
Well, now there is a rich African American history in the country genre.
Yeah, because all that shit started as folk music and they swagger jacked us.
Ooh.
Go talk
All
to
right.
Lead Belly and some other people.
Garth Brooks won't be on the podcast.
fuck him.
We just lost all country artists on the podcast.
Oh,
That's not gonna
that
happen.
hurt my heart.
God
That hurt
damn
my
it. Our
heart.
list keep getting longer and longer.
I'll contribute some more. Who else we got to say fuck to?
Go on,
No.
save it for future episodes, man. Let's not do it all in one.
All right, DJ.
But yeah,
Gusto.
from what I understand, it was a great concert. I saw videos. You really didn't have to go. All you had to do was have the right person on your Instagram or Facebook page.
You just piece the clips together.
Yeah, we should have
Exactly.
took time and just like screen record those things and edited them together.
Exactly. I saw
every angle.
the entire concert from them walking into the building to what was going on before she came on stage.
You
to when she was
drinking?
on stage. I saw when they were breaking the stage down.
20
Are you
vantage points.
serious? You see-
I saw everything.
Oh my god.
And I didn't have to spend a dime.
Yeah. Well, USC got to spend a lot to redo the field, but it is what it is.
They already spent that.
200,000.
Exactly. Yeah, they
And here's-
spent that.
There's nothing that pissed me off. They got this story on ESPN.
Bruh.
ESPN
Mhm.
about how they destroyed the field. Oh, they destroyed the field. USC's forced to resod their field. We knew that.
It's like
Like-
Captain Obvious, please come
Yeah.
save the day.
Muschamp even alluded to it last week after like a scrimmage.
Yeah.
Like he said, the writers asked about the field and asked about how it messed up your scheduling. And he kind of gave that look like, I knew before y'all. I knew a year ago that they were coming.
Yes.
So we actually had our schedule and stuff done. He kind of gave that
Bro,
look.
listen. They started growing the grass
Yeah,
a
and then
year ago.
and then they scraped it off the field and then they had it shipped.
Yeah, they grew the grass to replace the grass a year ago. So they knew.
Like
There is no conspiracy. There's no hate. There's no anger.
I've seen the time lapse. Like they had it down to a science. Like why did they even film a time lapse? That means they had it planned. It wasn't a last second thing.
Dude, I mean, what's scary is like people are acting like like you do realize that your ticket price included that sod in there.
Shit, yeah. Shit, yeah.
People
way
are
paying
fucking
for this.
dumb.
It's annoying. It's
They
annoying.
learned,
Like,
and honestly, that's smart for them to be on top of it because I'm a Panthers fan. I remember probably like 10, 15 years ago, I remember at the stadium in Charlotte, they said Rolling Stones had a concert
mhm.
like that weekend, and those idiots had a Monday night football game. When I tell you that field was so fucked up, it looked like, and it rained a little, it was just brown and green in some spots and divots coming up, and I'm like, these boys gonna kill themselves out there. I still remember that, so I'm happy for them to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, there's no story, and people kept putting like on the article under it was like there's no story. We knew.
Thank you. Yeah, we all went like we all knew like,
Are
like
y'all
this.
y'all are trolling?
Yeah, this is a multi-million-dollar like business. Unfortunately, it is a business. Like they knew what was coming, and I saw a time-lapse video of a minute long of them getting the field done. So why would they put that on and promote that if they didn't know that was coming? Okay.
Jesus.
People are fucking dumb.
Jesus. Like there's literally an empty field with just grass on it for a year somewhere wherever they do sod for USC.
This is just another one of
That's
those
how ahead
stories.
they were.
It's just another one of those stories. We can't let these niggas have their fun.
Right.
We're gonna
That's
make them
all
look
I
like
got
the
from it.
most
Hey.
savage people in the world.
And you speak of ESPN, y'all did realize they did a buyout of Jamel Hill's contract today, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't too
Wow.
much screw with ESPN, but so much now. I mean, We finding out who really in their front office, if you can tell, right now.
You know who ain't worried about it?
Who?
Jamel Hill. She gonna be all right.
Oh,
no,
yeah. She's a great writer. If you ever watch the show E60, some of the pieces she does are amazing. Amazing. So
Jamel Hill, you can be on the show. We love you.
Yeah.
I do. She's dope as hell.
Fuck what Marcus say.
Their reasoning.
Whoa. I ain't alluding to that.
I think they're reasoning because she couldn't separate politics and sports or something like that.
But it's almost hard to now because your president keep doing it. So I mean, I ain't mad.
You know what? I feel bad because if you pay attention to what the media does, they attack black women harshly.
Yes. Yeah.
Harshly. And you can tell by the Venus thing that happened today. They can't stand when a black woman just feels
I'm
proud
about
of
to talk
what
about
she's
that.
doing.
They banned her cat suit. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
They banned her cat suit.
She used to wear it before she had health issues.
That's
what they did. What they did was they banned any outfit that was unbecoming of tennis, and they named her cat suit in like they pointed at her cat suit.
Wait,
they used her as an example.
Why?
Because she got ass.
Yes, she does.
I'm not participating in this.
I will.
That's a legit. That's.
I mean, can't be blind.
Because all of these women did play with the tennis skirts. Them shits ain't down to the knees.
Yeah, them things were high, and that's still all I saw.
That shit is high in
no booty cheeks.
And we can tell if you shaved or not. Fuck.
This is stupid.
I'm reading
French Open.
Head of the committee for France.
I'm just saying, like this is basically like what you would say, like would it be a compression suit almost?
Yeah.
Oh, and here's the thing: she wears it because to keep from getting blood clots. So it's not just she wants to show ass. It's a fucking help. Shut up, Brian.
I didn't say anything.
The fucking look on your face.
That was the look on my face.
This is crazy, man.
It's nuts. And I hate to be one of these people that be like, "Oh, you're trying to oppress women," but it really does sound like you're trying to shut these women up. Right. They're playing a sport. They want to be comfortable, and they want to still win and do what they got to do and be able to move. They can wear what they want to wear. If we like it.
Wow.
I can't help that we like the cat suit.
This is crazy.
I mean, it's not like it's not like how they had the women's pro baseball leagues and they had the sliding skirts. It's not hurting anything for her to wear that or however they dress.
It all breaks down to the shape of Serena's body.
That's all it is. Yeah, there's nothing.
If she was shaped like a beanpole, they wouldn't be saying a damn thing. They'd be like the shape of her body.
They call her brave.
Any woman, black, white, whatever, Hispanic, Indian, if they have curves, it is offensive. That's what it breaks down to. It's offensive if you have curves. How dare you not want to conform to this beanpole idea of what beauty is?
That's bullshit. She been wearing that shit for almost 20 years.
Doug, she's been so good for so long. We've taken it as normal, but like her being 36 and playing at this level ain't normal, bro.
Yeah,
that damn good.
No.
Yeah.
It's just some people are superheroes. Shit, not Cat. Tiger almost damn near won his tournament he was in. There's no damn way he should be that good, and his back was fucked.
Why that look? Fuck.
Medically fused back.
Right. Yes. It's just some people are superhuman. They're just really good at what they do.
Or they have that drive, man. Because
that's what we think. So what these people think, that these old people think that it's something that they're doing that they're cheating with. Let's take something away from them.
Yeah, but a compression suit.
He took Tiger's white women, and he's still playing good. So
Tiger
ain't
what?
nobody took Tiger white.
They
Just
took
traded them
Tiger's white woman.
Tiger still got them women.
Tiger ain't got no swag, but it's okay.
He got
Hey,
money though,
Tiger.
and money is the most powerful swag of all.
Money is swag. Money is swag.
I mean,
Well, to a certain extent, because you've got to keep
Yes.
giving it up. You ain't got but so much.
yeah.
To get.
I
What
mean,
So yeah, it's what she's gonna do, and I think Serena is very smart. So she's gonna conform. She's gonna come out there with that white, what you call it, the white outfit, the skirt and everything that they usually have on. But it's gonna be something blazing that you ain't never seen before. I'm pretty sure she
Nike even had her back on this.
Yo, Nike,
yeah, absolutely. Nike put the
they
picture
put a
up.
still ad up, and then they made a video ad as well. Yeah, Nike got her back, bro.
So they're probably designing her little tennis skirt right now to piss everybody off.
And it's going, and then everybody gonna be mad about it because like we can see butt cheek.
Should have let me wear my cat suit.
Right.
Well,
that is crazy, man.
we got a family that lives in Calabasas, California, that keeps trying to get their body like black people, and we don't say shit about that.
Well,
The fuck we don't.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Ain't we?
I say
Not us
so.
for it.
Hey, so since we're talking about them bitches, so
Oh shit!
Damn, Sosa. Okay.
The views expressed in the company podcast are those of Sosa and nobody else.
so y'all know what a silk press is.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. So how long has that shit been around?
What's a silk press?
Oh my god.
You know it
what's
when
the
you
silk
see
press?
one. Google it so you can see it.
Okay, fine.
Go
ahead, keep talking.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's the bob. Rihanna, when she got the bob and it's like really,
Brown got hair?
it looks nice. The fuck? I don't fucking know. You fucking Google this shit. Anyway, Cosmopolitan or one of them white bitch magazines came out and said the Kardashians popularized the glass perm or the glass press.
Glass?
Bitch, these women been wearing this shit forever. Kardashians ain't do shit.
All they did is they
credit
went
for everything.
One of them went to Travis Scott house or Kanye house or Lamar Odom house, and they saw it and took it back.
Right.
Let me tell you. This is
Them
what
motherfuckers
happens.
like Marco Polo.
This is what happens. Okay,
Marco.
we can have anything we want to. We can start whatever we want to. We can wear whatever we want to. But if we are not marketing it, it is up for grabs. Okay. So as soon as somebody like the Kardashians or one of these new hip hop artists, whatever, start doing something that's been done forever and puts a tag on it, then of course they revolutionize the game.
Yeah.
Because they marketed it and they marketed it correctly. But if we can learn how to market what we're already doing.
But the silk press though, Brian.
It's marketed. It's marketing. I don't make the rules.
Oh no,
it's
dog.
capitalism.
Nah. I'm sorry. I have to disagree with that one,
bro. It's the same
time
thing
to start.
as them. Go ahead.
It's time to start. When they market that shit, then it's okay. Y'all motherfuckers didn't fact check. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Social media is a powerful tool.
Yeah, because remember when which one of the Kardashians talk about they were wearing like the Bo Derek braids? they
probably was it
Kylie
or Kendall? Wait.
Yeah, one of them did that, and then social media just destroyed them. It was like Bo Derek, GTFO.
I mean, that's just what it is. I think personally, I think it's marketing.
I mean, it is marketing, but at the same time, I'm with Sosa though. Like we need to just destroy all possible reference that they think that they have or ownership of it, because to say that. Not. Yeah, well, I think it's one of those.
Silence is consent.
Yeah, well, I would agree with you there, but
exactly that's why we got to start talking shit,
right? Because yeah, when she came out with the Bo Derek braids, it was like, we gonna stop this, and this with this silk press thing, the glass press, what the shit, man?
Yeah.
No. No.
And we can we can sit here and raise hell all we want to, but they're marketing it as a glass press. So that is what it is now. And as soon as somebody else comes out that's been doing it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you got the glass press, bitch! I've been doing this. It don't matter."
Yeah, right.
I mean,
But that's why when you start tagging these magazines and tagging these people and talking that shit, man. Y'all remember the second Matrix?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
They had shit. So one of the Kardashians punk ass, or was it Bjorn or whatever the bitch name?
Bjorn?
She started marketing and they said, "Oh, look at this new trend. Bantu knots? Get the fuck out of here."
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do
You
remember
remember when they was doing the
Yeah.
movie and knots thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that shit on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Like,
And
this
what
is
did
like
we do?
3 or 4 years
What
ago.
did we do though?
We talked a lot of shit.
And
Yeah.
nothing happened.
I don't remember seeing that hairstyle no more.
That trend
Yeah, I don't see
went
it no more,
right,
yeah.
exactly.
I was gonna say
Like,
we effectively killed that.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Nah, that was taken out like as soon as that one happened.
All I'm saying is if we're tired of appropriation and people taking things that they hadn't been doing before and putting labels on it, we have to not only complain about it, there needs to be moves made.
So yeah.
That's my thing. I mean, look at all the other things that's been taken. Not even taken. I'm not even gonna say taken. Just been used. You know, you gotta speak up. Gotta make moves. Don't hurt nobody. I mean, you ain't gotta sit here and yank out nobody's glass process or whatever y'all call that shit. What was it?
Glass press.
Silk
Glass
press.
press.
Yeah.
Press. It's silk press.
I can't keep up with all this shit. All I know is waterfalls, and them shits ain't been in style since 1998.
What?
This original Queens of Comedy.
So much gel. So
I used to
much.
remember looking at them shits like, how are they staying like that?
Oh, that.
Oh, nah, man.
all them girls used to do that, and I always looked at it like it's the weirdest look. I didn't get it.
I give it another year. Somebody gonna pop up with the waterfalls again. It's only right. It's only right.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's
I mean, look.
holes and sponges is the way to groom your hair now. So who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, and that bullshit. I'm glad my son finally cut his fucking hair.
He had the sponge.
Fucking
Yeah,
swaggy
that's
pea punk ass.
Sorry, I just had either a bald fade, a fade, or a regular old Caesar. I ain't had nothing.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Brian had every hairstyle. I think
Everything.
Brian probably had a shag on the low.
I did. Ain't no low.
Oh, no.
You could see it. It was there.
Brian,
It went all the way across.
Brian,
was there.
Brian looked like Levert off their first album.
Oh,
Pop,
I used
pop,
to sit there
pop,
cold
goes
watch
my
that.
mind.
Right. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh
Pop,
my,
pop.
Brian, go ahead and bring it back, man.
No,
Go and do it.
my God!
absolutely not.
You about to start
I
singing
bet it was
Casanova.
hard for barbers. You had to remember all these hairstyles perfectly.
No, you didn't. You just had the poster up.
Yeah,
Number 5.
You said, I want number 37.
Now you know. You had
Man,
the
you want the
poster.
remember?
Yo,
Like,
I
it's-
wish somebody had some of them posters. I want to find some
Oh
of them
my
from
God.
your years. I'm
I
gonna
wish
look
I
on
could find
eBay.
some.
I'm gonna look on eBay. See if somebody got some of
Oh
them
man,
posters.
you know them things exist. Give me number 28.
Oh man,
Man,
it's that one dude on there. You can see him smirking from the side because he think he flies.
It's like, what do you do with this mullet, dog? Come on, man.
For real. With the damn S curl shit.
Oh,
You see your
man.
hair with it. Oh my God, that thing was horrible.
You had the shag, box, Gumby, slow,
All in one.
Pee-wee,
All in one.
rat tail. Oh my God.
You talking about Jermaine Jackson?
Jermaine got that unnecessary Beijing in his hair. That man got a head full of hair and a Beijing.
Oh, God.
Well, he's not on the
Bless
show.
that family.
Jermaine's not on the show. We can just hang that up.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
But yeah, it had to be hard. I mean, you really had to go to a barber's college back then. You weren't coming off the street cutting nobody hair.
Nah.
I'm gonna find some of those and I'm gonna post them in the chat tomorrow. But I ain't about to look now.
Hilarious.
That was funny.
Oh, man.
But anyway,
Talking about how you had to remember the haircut. Just point at the wall. Just point at the wall. See,
Which
a little
one?
bit of 37 and a little bit of 8. Okay, got
well, nigga, which one?
Fuck out of here.
Let me get 14 and 2.
Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem.
That's great. That is greatness. What am I looking for? The show sheet is gone. Damn it.
I guess this is where we get semi-serious, I guess, maybe.
Oh.
Fuck.
We do that every week.
That bitch ain't gonna be on our show anyway, so I can
All
say
right,
this.
so
Yeah, because he'll be arrested when this is all said and done.
you think?
I
you
said
think.
psych. I don't believe they'll let him go.
Yeah.
I think they'll disgrace him somehow, but
Yeah.
He gonna get pardoned, so it don't matter.
Yeah. There. Yeah. So what's the end result's going to be?
we don't need to.
So
Done up. Get pardoned. No. Don't spend some
let me start because I have early recollections of the dead guy, McCain.
John McCain.
Yeah. So we all know that Arizona was the last one to
Recognize Martin Luther King Day.
recognize Martin Luther King, and that was about 89, 90.
Sorry, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
Public Enemy was like, fuck y'all. Y'all better do some shit. They put out a whole album. I mean, they put out a song about it. Anyway, McCain was in the middle of that. I'm not saying that to shit on his memory. I feel that he changed his views. Not because he had to, because Arizona's pretty much Hispanic, Native American, white.
Yeah.
So he changed because maybe he felt he was wrong. Fast forward a little bit, he was in the middle of the baseball scandal with all the fucking peds and steroids and all of that shit. He was one of the investigating members. That's where I really got a chance to, pay attention to the man, and I like the way he handled business because I'm a baseball fan.
Right.
Fast forward a little more, I joined the military. Oh, this guy was a POW. Of course, that hit close to home. I've been deployed and had to deal with shit like that. So whether I agree with him or like him or whatever, I at least respect him. I respect that there was change in the man.
Mm-hmm.
And I also respect that, for the things that he's done. And I was surprised when I went to work today and saw the flags weren't at half mast or half staff. I'm sorry. I don't know how people will allow. I mean, they just disrespected the man, and I don't understand how that can happen.
Yeah. Well, like I said this before, that was a huge disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, they're going to defend the decision that was made, no matter what happens, because they'll look in any direction he points. They're so deep into the bullshit that it just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, regardless whether you agreed with the man's politics, who he was as a man, he was a veteran. He was a serviceman. He was a POW. This man served his country. He nearly died for his country. He came back injured, spent the rest of his life injured, and still served his country. If that doesn't deserve some sort of respect, I don't know what does. So, to still have some sort of hatred or anger or harbor some sort of ill will towards somebody even after they pass and not be able to give that sort of respect to them, not even just to say my condolences, You know, that flag was supposed to, you say the flag was supposed to be at half mast this morning.
Until the guy's buried.
Yeah.
It's supposed to go for a while. Yeah, until he's at his final home, not in like just the memorial, all the places. Like when he's in his final resting place, it goes back up.
Right.
Yep.
So that's just the epitome of disrespect. Even if the dude didn't like you and said that he wanted you banned at his funeral, you should do something still to show that you're a fucking human.
Mm-hmm.
I was upset that people couldn't say, you know, fuck the orders. I'm gonna keep this shit at half staff. Cause not to mess up a somber moment, but when Fife passed, this dude, Air Force guy, went outside and put the flag at half mast.
You serious?
Word of God.
Oh wow, that's what's up.
I'll even tag him in the comment on Facebook tomorrow and be like, "Hey, you remember when you did A, B, and C? Fuck yeah, I did that." So,
oh wow, that's amazing.
Wow, man.
I'll tag him on Facebook and put on Instagram. So, point is, orders is probably the wrong thing to say, but orders can be broken.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me to put this shit and I know it's wrong, guess what the fuck I'm not doing? So I was a little disappointed in our, little area that they didn't have the balls to say, fuck this shit.
And I thought that would be an easy one.
And I'm tired of hearing the right and the left. They ain't got shit to do with it no more.
Not at all. We all in agreement right now. That man is probably close to the epitome of somebody who went through literally through war and back and everything and still served the country.
Right. He had a chance.
Go ahead.
He had a chance to go back and visit where he was kept. Like the room he was kept in when he was a POW.
Oh, hell no, not me.
You know, who gets the chance to do that? Most people die over there.
Yeah.
Or they're so fucked up they can't even get their mind right to go back. You know, you have to. I may not have agreed with a lot of things that he did and a lot of things he said, but I do respect that man, and you have to respect that man.
And
I wouldn't even say, you know what, Brian, because I think we've briefly talked about it like this: is respect is not commanded, is not demanded, it's commanded, and I think John McCain commanded that level of respect. Because I mean, regardless of what you said or anything you might disagree with him policy wise, he always made sure he carried that. Hey, this is what I'm doing is for the good of the people.
Right.
Because remember that it was the moment during the presidential campaign when he was at that rally and you had the lady that was saying that he's an Arab. And he's like, no. He took the mic away from her.
Yeah,
it was like,
no, you're not going to say that.
We're not going to have this. And then said that, and actually made the point. He was like, I disagree with, Senator Obama, but, he's a good man.
Mm-hmm.
And, like to think that wasn't even a decade ago. Or might have been right a decade ago.
That's all it was a decade ago.
Yeah. I mean, it was a decade ago. And look how, that was the level of political discourse at that time. And then you look into where it is now. It's like, I could never see a politician really even giving that level of respect to their opponent at this point.
No.
Everything's divided and it's stupid.
To me, they called him a maverick, but at the end of the day, you look at him like, wouldn't you want a politician to be just like him?
Right.
Even if he falls into your line of views or not. But yet, unfortunately, in America, we don't have nearly any like them. I mean, a lot of people are coming up now, mostly Democrat, not Republican, because they've all fell in line to where they don't want to say anything to piss off their president. The
thing with him, it's like he did what he wanted to do. He said what he wanted to say. There's a way to do that and still respect people.
Yeah.
And still show respect for people and still have respect for yourself.
Yeah.
Right now, you're getting somebody who says what they want to say, does what they want to say, and doesn't even respect the people who work for them.
Nah.
No. And it's coming back to bite them in the ass since last week.
But you still got the people thinking that this dude is a god. And I wish there was something. I don't even know. It's like in the movies when you have Dracula or some evil person and you got followers, and then the followers really see who this person is, and they say, "Oh, I didn't sign up for this."
Right.
They're seeing it, and they're still there.
They gonna drink the Kool-Aid soon.
You saw him turn into the Wolfman.
But that was digital.
And you're still there. So he turns around and eats your ass.
It's like, well, he was hungry.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they're gonna ride or die for this dude at all. It does not surprise me.
You know what? The thing ultimately about it is because at the beginning of the campaign, everything was based strictly on emotion. And that is probably the most powerful tool in his arsenal that could be used to keep his campaign going. I mean, the man's doing campaign rallies now. Like how are you doing campaign rallies in 2018, for your next bid in the office? And it's like,
because he gonna need it.
Yeah, nah.
He trying to make that money now.
Right.
But you know where a lot of this comes from? I listened to a long interview today. I think it was with Roland Martin, him and Spike Lee. I was just listening to it because, I saw Black Klansman last week, which is a very good movie.
Woo! Can't we talk about Black
Don't
Klansman?
spoil
We
it.
can't. No, we
can't.
But listen, they started talking about a lot of things, but it stuck out. It's like, a lot of people on Trump's side because they feel like he's fighting for this causes that a lot of white people think they're going to lose power in this country because they said right now the year is 2043 is when they'll be at a minority because the prediction is they'll actually be 47% on their side and 53% will be of everybody else. And they think it's the fight towards that, to where they're trying to fight off and have their power. They called it white anxiety. When he said that, I was like, Jesus Christ, is that what they're fighting for? Because it's really not serious. You relinquish power you shouldn't have had in the first place to people who deserve to have a seat at the table, deserve to be able to say these things and fight for their causes. And that's why you're fighting against everybody. Like I just don't get how you can sleep at night and be that way.
If you take some Prozac and shut the fuck up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
When you look at history, and a lot of the mass casualty type situations that happen, it's because one group thought somebody had some kind of devious plot against them. When that's never the case.
It's manifest destiny.
It's silly, and it's like you hate another group or you hate this race because you think that they're gonna sneak in. They're all planning to sneak in your house and take your shit, when everybody's really just trying to keep their own shit in their own house.
The thing that's guilt of what, not saying what you've done, but it's guilt of what has happened in this country that you're very aware of. Like this country is pretty much built on fucking genocide.
Well, it's basically the concept of like whenever we talk about an alien race coming to this planet, it's like, oh, we got to worry about them. It's like, well, yeah, the only reason why you're afraid of that is because that's what every more technologically advanced civilization has come through and wiped the civilization out.
That's why I like Planet of the Apes so much. Like you root for the fucking apes in Planet of the Apes. I love those.
You do. And I'm sorry.
I same thing.
I can't.
Are we supposed to root for them? Are we supposed to root for them? I'm not sure.
No, but
I damn sure do. I know that sounds bad, but I root for the apes every time.
I love Caesar.
Caesar.
But you just described like a lot of these relationships. Like one person's cheating and the other person's not, and the person who's cheating is start like impressing on the other person. You must be cheating on me. Or I think you're cheating on me.
Oh yeah, that's
guilt.
A good
no,
point.
you fucked up. Don't put that shit
on me. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
So,
but
I mean, you hit it right on the head. It's fucking guilt.
I think. Well, y'all probably gonna say yes in agreement. Do you think Obama was the catalyst to it? You think we're gonna end up here at some point?
Oh yes.
Yeah, okay.
Catalyst for what? I'm sorry.
Catalyst for the white anxiety and the escalation of white guilt.
Of course, we put a black dude in office, and we didn't put. It wasn't just any black.
It was we. Well, if we say we as the country, yes.
Yeah, it's not. And I gotta remember, it's like there were
a lot of them voted.
Yes.
Did I ever tell y'all when like I got approached to join the Obama campaign? And this was before I knew much about him, and I'm not the one. I'm going to vote for him because he's black. Because if that's the case, shit, we would all have been in trouble with Jesse Jackson in the 88.
Yeah,
but like a white lady approached me, and I was like, I felt so uncomfortable because I didn't know if she was being real or not. That was a weird time, man. It was weird.
Yo, it's funny.
Wow.
Go ahead.
No, that's all I had.
Talking about. I'm sorry.
No, wait, no,
go ahead.
That's all I had. Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, anyway, let me say one. Okay, so it's funny because like I was in radio when Obama was first getting into this presidential stuff, and he called the station, and I spoke to him. I was like, "Hey, how you doing, sir?" He's like, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name?" I was like, "Brian." He said, "Yeah, I'm Barack Obama, running for president." I'm like, this motherfucker ain't about to win shit. I don't know why he even called me. This is gonna be the saddest shit ever in the world, in history, and we're gonna forget about him in 2 years. But he won, you know, and he was Senator Barack Obama when I spoke to him, so he won, and that kind of start. The funny thing is, when you listen to the other side, he was the one who started the division within the races.
How?
It was his fault that the racial tension bubbled up. And I think, in a way,
it is.
They're right.
Yeah,
they are,
but not by his actions. It was by his presence.
It was
by his presence, not his actions.
It was the anger that a black man was sitting in that house.
We're losing this country, is what I remember hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I heard
losing it to who? To another American.
That goes back to the whole they're planning, they're plotting, they're going to take everything. Nobody's doing anything.
Look,
right.
I'm still as broke as I was when Bush was president, when Clinton was president, Obama was president, and now when 45 is in here.
They're scared that South Africa shit is going to happen here.
Oh yeah, because they're spreading propaganda about it now.
Listen, that South Africa thing wasn't a thing.
That's
until
dangerous.
This man started looking at the white light at the end of the tunnel to where he's about to leave this White House.
That's dangerous.
And he needed a distraction.
Mm-hmm. Why is it a thing? That means you're doing something wrong. Why is that a
distraction?
No, it's a distraction. But the thing is, in the back of his mind, it bothered. He know he can light up these people because he know a lot of these people know that their lack of words and their lack of speaking up is doing wrong to this country. They know.
I'm gonna be super conspiracy.
Oh yeah.
I think he's gonna find a reason to start a war with Africa.
Oh, like
the whole continent?
I was about to say he's gonna be gone because they got too many allies.
He better go after.
I don't think that's a good idea because a lot of Africa's financed by China. China ain't gonna let that happen.
Oh yeah,
that's what a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, I hear you completely.
Yeah, like China's a very smart country, and I'm shocked that they haven't militarized themselves as much as they could have.
You know what? It's one of those things that I think. Yeah,
I know they are, but it's like it could be on another level. We're still the most armed country in the world, and it's like how
because of guilt.
Yeah, because of guilt. That's not a good point.
I mean, that's
as far as numbers, they got us
and everybody else combined, damn near.
That motherfucker. Hey, you go to fucking Chinatown in San Francisco during the Chinese New Year. Half of them are over here already chilling.
Yeah.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, we can't take another world war. We can't take a world war. I don't think
now is not with the age of information. I don't think that's a good idea.
The only thing we'd be able to do is go ahead and set them nukes off. That's our only defense, to take everybody out.
Yep, and then to where
Then
it'd be
we'll
nobody
be dead
to
anyway
try.
because that shit's gonna float over here.
And so you only need 3 nukes to take out most of the world's population. 3.
That's wow.
3
How many
guys.
do we got?
About
Too
30.
many.
30.
United States of Space Force.
I would Google it, but they might key in on my computer.
Yeah, I just
I want to read my history.
I said it earlier today. I just want to be in. I would just want to go to a different alternate universe because this is just.
You know what, man?
Hey,
You know what I was thinking about today? You remember? I'm sure y'all remember the Back to the Future movie, right? You remember when Marty went back and was talking to Doc, and he was like, and Doc asked who the president of the United States was in
Ronald
1985. Ronald Reagan, the actor.
the actor.
Damn,
It's like I was-
you make
it
a
was like-
good ass point.
I was like thinking the same thing. I said, man, what if someone like from like 50, like from 30, 40 years in the future came back? It's like, who's the president of the United States at this time of time? And someone will say Donald Trump.
Donald, you got to think about it. Last Action Hero.
Fuck people
Hey,
up, bro.
think about it. Last Action Hero, who they said was the president?
I don't remember. I didn't watch that
Arnold
movie.
Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
And shit, that could have almost been
He
reality.
came close as hell.
yeah.
Nah, well, I mean,
And he wasn't the worst governor either.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, he had to be
No,
natural.
all you really have to do, I mean,
They had
if
to
you
change the
was in a
Constitution
coma
to
for
do
the
that,
last 10 years, your mind would be fucking blown. Because Trump wasn't even a political entity back then.
right.
Your
He
whole
was,
shit.
he was a joke. He was actually a joke.
Yeah.
He's still a joke.
And then he got salty as hell at the correspondence dinner. It's like, I'm gonna show them. I mean, I hate to say it, that is actually kind of badass when you think about it, because they were joking about him, and then Trump sat in that corner, was like, all right,
He pouted.
Who do I need to talk to put me in his White House? Putin. Putin, what's up, homie?
Yo, you talking about a man who disrespected a POW, and in the same breath is saying that football players are disrespecting the military.
Right.
Suck my dick.
I cannot vocalize that there's no such thing as an anthem protest more than I already do.
ESPN keep putting it out there.
There's nothing more I can do. And I'm telling people that I know, that I see every day, every time they say it, there's nothing. No, I tell them there's no such thing as an anthem protest. Nobody is protesting the anthem. Not one person.
Not at all.
Because
they could stand up.
If there was a real reason to protest the anthem, tell them to read the third verse.
That's why I always been about America the Beautiful should be
exactly.
No.
Matter of fact,
him should not be that way.
You want to protest the anthem? Just read the whole fucking original one.
That's exactly what I was saying.
I think nigga is in it.
No.
Them motherfuckers, man.
Fuck the niggers, and then it goes the rest of the fucking anthem. I'm gonna take that out.
No, keep that shit in.
Just leave it out. Just leave it out. That's it.
But it just kills me, and I can't say it any clearer. I can't say it any nicer. I don't know anything other to do than just shake them like there's
No, because every time you turn on ESPN or Fox Sports or anything like that, it says in the graphics. How many times we said this? It says anthem protest. We got to change that shit before we start changing anything else. And they're not going to change.
Everything we do is based on marketing. It has to have a snazzy.
That's what my man just put in the comments. We don't own the marketing.
I understand, but it has to have some sort of amazing name, and then it catches on. Anthem protest, Obamacare. There's no such thing as Obamacare.
Get the strap.
Get the strap. Shut up. But I don't know. It's just it's frustrating, but then it's like, okay, this is the way it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I need to do.
So speaking of things that don't exist, So, how many of y'all are doing fantasy football brackets this year?
And I'm not even watching, and I'm still gonna do it.
I'm not. Oh, you still doing one?
Yeah, I'm in 2 leagues.
Where you got us?
I haven't done shit.
You said what?
I ain't done shit. Oh.
No, not that. I'm talking about like different players. No.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah,
we're not supporting your rapist, Brian. Relax.
Whoa.
Accused.
Accused.
Trump is accused.
Alleged. I'm sorry. Alleged.
Well.
Hashtag me too, bitch.
Okay.
But I hadn't done any fantasy. I hadn't really even watched.
I've been following, but on like the next, like on ESPN if I'm watching. But I'm not watching the fucking
game. Did that dog just hop in the background? Sorry.
No. He's sleeping.
Oh, I thought I saw something jump. Okay, my bad.
It might be the devil.
And I'm kind of, you know what? I talked to a guy, and Izzo was actually with me when we had this conversation.
Oh yeah, that was a very good conversation.
Yeah, I talked to a guy who actually played in the NFL the other night.
Yeah, he did.
Don't say no names, but
I'm not. I'm just saying he did. I know. I picked up your cue when you didn't say his name.
Or Sosa Newell.
Okay.
I said something about not watching the NFL this year.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he said, "Why are you not watching?" You know, and I try to tell him the best I can. If I can't sit here and think about my answer, then it's not going to come out as 3D as I want. It's going to be like a 2D paper, not really a good answer type situation. But I told him what I thought I needed to tell him at that point, you know, and he said some things to me about the protest and not watching football, and you know, it's really not about what we think it's about, and we should still try to support these guys, you know, because that is their livelihood, even though we don't agree with everything that's happening on the other side and on the outside. We should still be watching and supporting these guys because, you know, that's who's playing. The owners aren't playing. Right. The coaches aren't playing. It's the football players who need us. Who need us to support them. So it got me thinking. Now I'm still on my not watching thing, but it did make me think.
And nothing's wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with something making you think. I mean, because to see something from two different sides, I mean, that's great because you're making an informed decision. It does not necessarily mean it changes your position. It's just like, oh, I can take that in consideration. Your point has been duly noted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, and kiss my ass.
Yeah, but how many people get to sit down with somebody who actually played in the league and talk about the situation?
So
very few, I'm sure.
Let me say this: ratings went down last year.
Mm-hmm.
Odell Beckham still got paid this year.
Mm-hmm.
Are they hurting for money?
Oh,
that
no,
money's guaranteed
at all. They're not hurting.
So how are we hurting their pockets again? I mean, now as a fan.
The game's getting longer hurt their pockets partially.
Right. As a fan, I do want to, you know, root and follow, you know, home team.
The Bears.
But I'm not feeling a lot of this shit that's going on, and I'm trying to do my part without, you know, blowing up a stadium.
Hey, I've passed that stadium before.
Just saying, man. It just... So I get what you're saying. I get what the guy's saying. But that's bullshit because at the end of the day, they still cashing them checks, and they ain't little checks.
Yeah.
So
and I understand. And my thing is with the whole, you know, protest is like, we know why we're taking a kneel. It's social injustice. You know, kids dying in the street by people who's supposed to protect us. Not understanding our plight and our position. And when you look at these football players, you have to understand as somebody who has all this money, blah, 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 they're coming from nothing. Most of these football players, 98%, are coming from nothing. So when you make the league, everybody in your family's not making the league. You still got family, you still got friends
in the middle of that shit
whatever, still living in these projects, still getting killed by cops, still getting hassled by cops. So when they take a knee, they're not doing it for them.
Yeah.
It's not a personal thing. They're doing it for family.
So tired of that narrative.
Yeah. So it's like, how can you sit here and punish somebody knowing why they're doing it? And anybody who's punishing their players knows the real reason they're kneeling. They know. So how can you sit here and punish them knowing why they're doing it? It's just something. It's not even a disconnect, because I think some people, cognitive dissonance, I think is what it's called.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, all right.
I think
Multiple syllables.
Yeah,
multi-syllabic.
I had to write that down.
But anyway, it's just one of those things. Is how do you just ignore what's really going on because you don't want to piss somebody who may be able to pad your pockets? The whole thing pisses me off, and that's why I'm not watching, because I can't figure it out. You know, and if somebody came up to me today, like if somebody came up to y'all and asked you, what would it take for you to start watching again? What would you tell them?
For
Me liking. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mine first, because it's going to be really easy. For me, it's just me liking football in general. So, I mean, there you go. That didn't change. That didn't change very much for me.
To me, it's civil discourse between owners, the player association, and GMs about the issue, and not them pulling the we're going to put this rule out and not even talk to the NFLPA, not even talk to the players. Something like that. It doesn't have to be they solve it all within a minute, but just positive, like something positive coming out of it, to where I don't get an owner on the side saying that bullshit. Like, what is it? Bob McNair saying the stuff he says, who unfortunately is a Carolina grad.
Dickhead.
Yeah. But like that's what I want. That's what I want to see. Like, you can feel how you want to feel, but guess what? At the end of the day, without those players, the extra Billy or $2 billion that you have in your pocket would not be there without them.
And the funny thing is, let's say that the owners do get all on board and they stop fighting. You still got to deal with this bullshit helmet rule.
And yes, we've moved away from that. Yeah.
Oh, wait, what bullshit helmet rule?
You didn't hear about the new rule? You can't fucking hit with the helmet. You can't target. You can't do shit.
Well, I like that. You get your players longer. You keep your players longer.
So why don't they guarantee their contracts?
Somebody took somebody's knees out. I think it was a Jacksonville player got his knees taken out because they didn't want to go high.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and in preseason you risk getting cut if you didn't make that tackle.
I think any rule, there's always going to be some risk of something. But for me to start watching again, I want acknowledgement of what the kneel is for. And I want an apology. I
have to add no punishing players for doing.
Well, that's going to come. I mean,
everything what you said plus.
Yeah, I want these guys sitting at these brown, beautiful oak tables who never have to do anything or wipe their ass by themselves. I want them to acknowledge what this is about. I want them to say this is not an anthem protest. This is a protest of social injustice, civil rights. I want acknowledgement of what this is for. And I want them to apologize, and I want to say there will be no harm to anybody, and we will assist these players and these players' families in reaching some sort of agreement or some sort of a program to stop what's going on right now, because kids are still getting killed. Still, you know, I see if it was like a few times and it just kind of stopped happening, and you're like, hey, you know, it's not happening anymore. But the shit's still happening. Still, you had the 60-year-old lady last week. Did you see the video of the 60-year-old lady?
Doing what?
She got stopped by the cops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cops got out, thought she was inebriated. She was just tired. Had her do the alcohol test where you blow into the thing.
Mm-hmm.
She could barely do it. She's 60. So she finally blew in the alcohol thing, and she passed the breathalyzer, and she passed it. No alcohol in her system. Okay. She was so afraid of the cops and what was going on, she peed herself.
Oh, wow.
The cops cuffed her.
Oh, my God.
Sprayed her with mace.
Okay.
Took her around to the side, tased her.
Huh?
And threw her in the back of the car like a pig, like a stuck pig. And she did nothing but fear what was going on. She was afraid. And I want them to acknowledge this shit is happening and it needs to stop. And I will gladly sit down and watch football again, like nothing happened. But I need acknowledgement. That's it.
I'm still speechless about it. I mean, things are still
that
happening.
Lady looks so scared.
Videos still popping up.
Man. 60? That's any of our parents.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'd flip my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I
told somebody I'd burn the city down.
You'd what?
I'd burn the city down. I'd burn it.
Come through there like Bane.
Killmonger.
Here we go.
Burn it down. But anyway, that's just how I feel about it.
I agree. Debbie Downer.
Sorry.
Damn.
Don't talk about something happy.
Well, we could talk
I don't
about.
think we're done with this topic, but
I mean,
it's more like a dead horse.
I mean, you do have that politician in Texas. That that made
I don't know how to say his name.
Beto.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
And then
thank you, Sosa.
Oh, Mally.
Rourke.
I'm horrible with R words, so I can't say it.
Rah, 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 rah.
Or Rourke.
Yeah, he's not gonna win.
Damn it! Can we talk about him first?
Hold on a second. Wait. You know what? Hold on a second. You're like Sosa saying he ain't gonna win, and Brian, when former President Obama called the station, it was like, "Man, we're gonna forget about him in 2 years."
I'm all about negative reinforcement.
So yeah, I wouldn't say that. You know.
I mean, I hope so, but
tell us about Mr. O'Rourke.
All right,
somebody.
Go ahead. You can go ahead and I'll fill in the gaps because I'm looking at it right now.
So pretty much what it was is that there was a question. It looks like he was at a, I don't want to say it was a campaign rally.
It was a town hall.
It was a town hall meeting, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a town hall meeting in Houston, and a question from the audience came about the disrespect that's being shown for the anthem by players kneeling. And one thing, he actually staged it so well because obviously the gentleman that asked the question was asking in such a way to elicit a negative response. So he was, first off, he said, to any veterans in here, thank you for your service, this, that, and the other. But ultimately he said, to be honest with you, I don't think it's disrespectful. And the way he actually came through in his response was just saying how, we have the right to agree or disagree, but it's no way for you to be the authority on whether or not it is disrespectful or not. Would I miss anything?
Mm-hmm.
No, this is absolutely the point. But like he drove in the point.
Mm-hmm.
Like he talked about the Pettus Bridge at Selma. And he was just like, that was their way of peacefully protesting.
That's
and
right.
You see what we were met with. He talked about like the 4 little girls and where was that? Oh, 4 little girls in Selma, yeah. And then he even talked about in Philadelphia, Mississippi, if y'all know that, the 3 people that work for SNCC, who were not SNCC. They work for I forgot the name of it, but y'all know the 2 white guys and the black guys. Yeah, the Freedom Riders who were killed and thrown into that dirt heap and buried. even talking about that. He was like, "You don't know about that? Isn't that from Mississippi Burning? Isn't that it?" Yeah. You just gave that look. So he just said all that those were ways where people tried to make the country better by doing peaceful things, and yet, we're worried about people that are kneeling, and like he think that's the best way you can at a football game, which most of us country enjoy, without being belligerent, without yelling, without burning things down, without rolling over cars. He said, I feel that's one of the best ways you can do it. Yeah. And right now he is a Democratic state representative running now against Sosa's favorite, Ted Cruz.
Fuck that bitch.
For state senate and not for state senate, for senator in Texas.
Lion Ted.
So come on to the fucking show, Ted.
I mean,
he'll send us.
I couldn't have
Trump
agreed.
is dad's an assassin, so who knows?
Yeah, I couldn't have agreed with that guy more. I think I even posted what he said on my page. But
you can't post him on your page if you can't pronounce his first name.
Well, that's good.
Yes, I can. I can do it all I want. Yes, I can.
Yes,
I could.
He even mentioned Muhammad Ali. I didn't even know. I forgot he did. Yep.
So I mean, I think people get it, and I think at some point there are some things that are race specific, but at a certain point things become an entity that crosses racial lines, because people who know what rights are, who know what civil rights are, who know what basic human rights are don't have a choice but to sit here and be like, hold the fuck up, this is crossing the line. And you have to acknowledge it. But then you're always going to have those people who only want to be enraged over something. So they're going to attach themselves to the thing that enrages them. Anthem protest enrages people. Those words.
Yeah.
What was it that Dave Chappelle said in that special? Talking about that's a brittle spirit.
It is. I can't disagree with
that. He's like taking a knee, talking about, if I knew this was the answer, I would have done this a long time ago.
I don't know. I think about
taking down Confederate memorials. They're mad.
Yeah, they're mad, but I'm tired. I can say I'm so tired. And this is for you go back to your ancestors, hell, even your parents. Like I think, Brian, I don't know if you discussed this on the show or just me and you in person. Like, oh no, it was actually that same conversation. We're not far away from generation-wise of slavery. No. And hell, I can just go back to, I think I made a post on Facebook. It had to be years ago. After having a conversation with my mom, talking about, how going to school wasn't like that. And my mom said going to school was hell in her early part of her life.
Yep.
Like literally, there was no bus. They had to walk to school. The only time you saw a bus was when the white kids rode by on the bus. And guess what? They throw soda bottles outside the bus. They spit on them. Called them all type of names except for the child of God.
Yeah.
And it's
there were many times when my parents had to run from people, chasing them home from school.
Yes. Yeah. My mom said she could still remember seeing, because, back then trees weren't as, like, I guess, grown up there. It's a bunch of pine trees, but you could see the crosses burned in the distance just to keep the black people in their area. Because down there, it's still pretty much black people live on this piece area and white people live somewhere else. Same thing. Like, granddad would have to gather them up, make sure they were all there. Like, you ain't going nowhere tonight. They can still remember that. So I can just say I'm tired of them telling me how I should feel and what I should do to exercise my right. I'm sorry, bro. It's over. You ain't gonna put me in this box.
Think about
why you keep bringing up the past.
Exactly. And think about like other races that you would hear talk about their great grandparents and they still alive and blah blah blah, and they had this and they had a corner store. I'm like, what did your great grandparents do? Oh, they couldn't look up because they might look you in the eye and get lynched.
Boom.
It's not that far back. It's yesterday.
Emmett Till was 1954, 55,
something like that. Yeah.
My parents were born in 53.
Yeah.
They were still young when I was born. They were still young. They were still young when you were born.
Yep.
You know, that stuff wasn't that far behind.
Nope.
You know, and it's scientifically proven that certain mental situations they're passed down. You can pass down depression.
Yeah.
So why can't you pass down fear and aggression and anger and hate? You know, that shit's still in us. Our kids might be fine. Their kids might be fine.
But at the end of the day, most of our parents were right in the midst of the civil rights era, because a lot of our parents were born in the 50s, some even late 40s. So
Right.
Yeah. Some of the stories my parents would sit there and tell me, her sisters, just how.
It's sad, man.
And I know there's probably stuff that they have that they probably not even telling us.
Hell no.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Making
That's the scary part. Exactly. That's the scary part.
Then you got dickheads like Jim Brown, who's in the middle of that shit.
Oh my God.
Fucking piece of shit.
He is the latest victim of the "you ain't invited to the cookout no more."
He ain't been
I couldn't believe he said that
for me
shit.
for a long time.
I still don't believe it.
No, that motherfucker said that
Yeah,
shit.
because I Googled it and I'm like, oh, he didn't say like some of the exact words of that thing, but he pretty much alluded to all of it. So I was like, it's pretty much true. Stamp.
I need to know the schedule of his whole week prior to that statement before he said it.
MK Ultra.
Nah, I just know. Nah, it's Bank of America. I don't think it's MK Ultra.
Yeah, exactly. I need to know if he checked his account before he said it.
All right.
That motherfucker, man.
Ain't no way in hell you were so intertwined with Black Power as Jim Brown was, and you come out and say that dumb shit.
Dude, you was in the middle of the shit.
You was in the shit. He was it. Jim Brown was the man.
Shook hands with Fred Hampton, probably shook hands with Bobby Seale, shook hands with everybody.
Yeah.
Stokely.
Down with it.
Yeah, all those people, I bet.
He's probably the only blaxploitation dude we got that used his real name. Like Jim Brown is blaxploitation. He is it.
But then I think about it, is he one of those people that run to the money? He retired from football to go to Hollywood. So shit, that might be his.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm just saying, I don't know. I just had to sit here and think, and I'm like, why would he do that? Like you literally have done like a shift within like the last year or two.
Right.
That's what's weird. Even though I don't fuck with him because all he does is batter women, and it's like documented. Like that's one thing I don't rock with. So I'm like, I sign you off. Like you're done.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just weird.
There's another thing too. Once you take that other side, man, you better make sure your goddamn past is squeaky clean, because we gonna bring that shit up.
And his is not. His is not.
I'm sure he had a really nice. What did that lady offer Omarosa? Told 15K a month.
What?
No, remember because one of the tapes that Omarosa released talking about, like I think it was Laura Trump, Eric Trump's wife. It was like, yeah, we'll pay you 15K a month, basically to keep your mouth shut.
Right.
Maybe he got that kind of deal, man.
Yo, fuck all of them, man. I was thinking yesterday. It's been almost, if not, it's been about 20 years that the original Kings of Comedy came out. And DL was probably the worst one on the show, in the movie. I never liked his comedy.
Neither do I.
But he tried as an activist.
Yeah, I would say that. I do not like his comedy, but I love him as an activist though.
He Bernie Mac passed. I'm sure he would be vocal about some shit. Steve Harvey flipped to the other side. And Cedric was quiet the whole time. So
yeah,
it's funny to see how
things change over time.
On that area, just kind of, spread out.
Yeah, because bills don't stop.
Yep.
Just because you reach a certain age.
No, but DL's paying him. He didn't have to flip to get him paid.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure DL done got a phone call to come meet with that dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because like I said before, they're looking for a leader. They're looking for a minority leader.
Oh, DL can't stand your boy.
Nah,
he ain't doing it.
He can't.
You can call Kanye all you fucking want. DL ain't gonna go.
The day DL says anything good about Trump, I really, really want to see his account. I'm going to call Anonymous and tell him to hack his account. I just want to see the amount of money.
I'm gonna see that transaction that you just got within the last 48 hours.
Yeah.
Because you got a check that's bigger than all those checks that drop into that account.
Exactly.
That's 3,000, and then I see like 15,000 out of nowhere.
Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll get out of this at some point after the movie's made.
I'm just waiting for these midterms. I just want to see this motherfucker lose his shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's gonna be comedy. Pure comedy.
They're gonna have to suspend his account. Once he ain't president no more, they're gonna finally suspend his account. Watch.
And give me your security clearance while you at it.
What is the website to vote? I mean, not to vote, to register to vote online.
You mean like to register to vote, but online, but not register to vote online? What do you mean?
Yeah, not to vote online, but to register.
I was about to say, I would
online.
never do that.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I was about to say, we'd have Lindsey Graham forever.
You stupid as a.
Oh, I can't. Oh my god.
Hold on, let me see. Because I remember it if I see it, because that's what I did.
I hate that somehow the senators out of this state have so much like power when it comes to that, but yet like I look at our state and I'm like, dude, we're like 20 years behind a lot of places.
Dude, there's some pussies, man.
They are.
Lindsey Graham, dude.
What do you call it, Rich?
Give this information out, guys.
I declare.
If you wanna register to vote, we got to do this. Our registration. Well, our voter turnout's supposed to be November, I believe.
Yeah, that's how it is normally every year.
We vote in November. If you are not registered to vote, go to https://vote.gov. You can register to vote there. They'll send you your voter registration card. I did it. They sent me my voter registration card.
Rah, rah, rah.
Easy. Please vote. If you don't think this shit is important, look who's in the White House.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so
it starts at the local level, guys. It really does.
Gov.
You want to piss them off? You know how to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And you can go to your state or territory. They'll tell you how to register, and then get you registered online. So that way you can go ahead and get that done. You don't have to leave the house, but you will have to leave the house to actually vote.
Which still, to me, doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, well, they're still thinking that things can be hacked, which it can.
I mean, yeah. So I don't know, man. I hate to say it, but I think that to say that voting is done on one day during the year just seems ridiculous. Like I think we need to really look at something. Like, even if it's not necessarily doing online voting, like there makes no sense to say that, okay, I'm gonna vote. Like, we have to do it on a work day. Like, why the hell can't we vote on Saturdays? I mean, like, a
lot of countries vote on Saturdays, or pretty much
multiple days.
Or they shut that day down damn near like Christmas.
Right.
Like,
because
pretty much
like statistics.
Like you can go eat, but other than that, you ain't doing much else.
we like statistics. We like to be able to measure how many people voted, how many people left work to vote, how many people are on the road to vote.
You do realize that you can do all that same stuff
even if it's Saturday.
Yes, you can.
How many people left work to vote on a Saturday?
I mean, people work in retail.
Yeah, but not everybody.
So
it's a bigger number if you do it during the week.
What purpose would that number serve to say that, oh, this is how many people left to go vote?
Because then they can do infrastructure and see if they got to build roads and all this other bullshit.
Infrastructure for one day a year?
Makes no sense to me. Just same way they built the hotels for this tournament next year. They put 18 hotels downtown for the female basketball tournament next year.
I'm about to book a room just because. It's probably $15 a night because they can't fill them.
Right. But yeah, it's all numbers to them.
We can do this shit, man.
And I guarantee you, whatever the root cause is, it goes something way back to helping minorities not be able to do shit. Think about all the shit that we still do that was put in action because minorities all of a sudden had rights. Property value, police force. Not property value, property taxes, police force, all that shit. That's because minorities all of a sudden had rights. This is to stop you because they knew we were in the middle of the damn field on a weekday and we couldn't vote.
Shout out to Ronald Reagan. He got scared when he saw them Black Panthers show up to that state house with them guns.
Coke pushing ass Ronald Reagan.
That's what he did.
Huh?
Shut up, so
Nothing.
that's supposed to say that.
Was that mean? Sorry.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. But anyway, y'all gotta vote. Vote. We're gonna be talking shit about voting until November happens.
Oh fuck! Hell yeah!
Shit, I'd probably do absentee, so I ain't gotta worry about it.
Oh, good point.
Want to
I
give
just thought about
Kendall
that.
Jenner
Oh no,
money?
I want to piss them off. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stand in line because I know there's gonna be somebody there that don't want nobody to vote.
I get upset. I go to mine and it don't be the only time it was very busy was when they fucked up. That was like 08.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like the club. Or going on like a ride at Disney World and waiting 2 hours. Like I waited 2 hours to vote. I remember that.
Same here. Yep.
Yeah. That thing was rough. That's what got me not interested to go vote like in person. Like I've done absentee twice before.
Mm-hmm. I want to show up. I want to look them in the eyes and dare them.
I will say I was very disappointed in 2016. Like I never went to vote, like, and it was literally dead at the polls.
Terrible.
And it scared me, and I had the right to be scared.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know here, of course, it's gonna go red because South Carolina people are brainwashed. They'll be in the middle of nowhere and got nothing, and keep vote for the people that take everything.
You know what I think?
What?
I think they're gonna be a lot of people voting the way you don't think they're gonna vote this year.
No. I'm talking in 2016. I knew this thing would be that way. But the thing is, it's like if it's this way here, I know some places that probably go blue or 50-50 their swing states. I was afraid that same thing was happening, and evidently it did. But go ahead with your point. But
there's a lot of people hurting because of tariffs and all these other laws and shit that have been put into place. Yeah, so there are a lot of people that's gonna vote the way they should this year and not tell anybody. And they, and
the same way they voted for Trump and didn't tell anybody.
Oh yeah, they're gonna vote the way they should and put their little "Make America Great" hat back on as soon as they vote and walk out just as proud, knowing like a motherfucker they didn't vote the way they should have.
I remember that, man. I saw so many people like the day after wearing MAGA hats. I'm like, really? But you were just talking noise about Trump 2 days ago on your Facebook profile.
People just want it. That's just like how they jump from football teams. They jump that way in politics too. And I'm starting to learn that the older I get. People just want to be on the winning side, which is the oddest thing.
Yeah, right now we're losing. So.
I just want to be on the right side of history when it's said and done.
I don't even think it's about even being on the right side of history. It's being the right side of common sense, man.
I think that might wrap it up, B.
Anybody got a random topic they wanted to bring up before we wrap it up?
Nah, man, it's like getting close to bedtime, man.
Oh, yeah.
I said, man, we mid-30s now, man. We can't bounce back like we used to.
No. Odell Beckham did make $68 million today.
Yeah, he did.
Well,
and sorry, Brian, I don't think your team's gonna sign Antonio for that long. They just don't give money to skill players.
No. Or just rapists.
Because they shut up.
Whoa.
Because they still keep trying to pay Le'Veon. Le'Veon about to go catch a check somewhere else.
We had so much to talk about. The Jacksonville shooting.
Oh shit, I forgot about it. I'm so sick. I know it doesn't. I don't want to devalue anybody's death, but man, I'm drained.
We probably need another week anyway because they're gonna figure out. Let's wait because they're gonna have a whole story about this guy, and I want to know what they say about him.
Oh yeah.
So
it came out that one dude wasn't an illegal immigrant, and they pushed that shit under the fucking rug.
Yep. So let's wait and see them paint this guy as an amazing high school, college student, or whatever, and
a troubled soul.
Yeah, never thought he'd do this before and all this. So let's wait. We'll talk about this next week. That way we can bring up how we treat criminals or domestic terrorism here in the U.S. See, we already got a topic, goddamn it. But all right, if all hearts and minds are clear, anybody else?
I'm good, sir.
Peace out.
All right, y'all have a good night. Oh, go ahead.
Wait.
Oh, how to reach us? Is that what you was about to bring up?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Hey man.
Sorry.
We are on Google Play Music under
under company.
If you want to reach us on iTunes, we are on iTunes under
the company podcast.
And under what's the other one? Oh, SoundCloud.
The company podcast. And on Podbean under I have no clue.
That's exactly. We're under Podbean. If you want the Podbean link, just email one of us or hit us up on Twitter, and we will send you the Podbean link. That way you can link us up on that. And we, of course, are on YouTube. So if you ever want to watch this video again, you can. It's on YouTube.
And Twitter?
Yeah, all our Twitters are on the
all the
websites
Twitters
I gave you.
Got all the Twitters, man.
Oh, I do have something random real quick.
What's that?
ATLians is 22 years old today.
22 years old. Y'all some old motherfuckers.
What?
I'm old.
Fuck you, Brian.
Damn it. Anyway.
Classic album. But that's all I got.
One of the greatest albums ever put out. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for letting us keep you company. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.